Brahmanam too is Agnibrahmana. It says, the mantra one says, in the beginning nothing existed. Everything was covered by mrityu. Hunger is mrityu. That hunger desired, let me have a mind. Then mind was born. Mind practiced worship of itself, and thus apas was formed. And when I was doing worship or archada, this kam was born. From this was born the Arkathwa of Arkka. The one who understands the Arkathwa of the Arkka, or the sunness of the sun, the Suryatva of the Surya. In this way always get kam. Kam means sukha. There was nothing in the universe. That means no universe existed. No human beings to see it either. That means there was no mind or intellect to grasp anything in the vast field of energy, which was indivisible into forms and names. Only a vast ocean of energy, no forms, no names, so that there is no mind, no intellect to grasp what is around me. And before the mind is born, even if the universe existed, it is not known either, no? That state of neither cause or effect is called the emptiness by the Shunyavadins. Actually, is that emptiness? Even when there is nothing seen and no one to see it, the root cause of the universe as energy, a vast energy field or subtle chaithanya existed. E existed. Okay, the modern E is equal to MC square. E existed always. So it is that is called the beginning, no? That energy state. Therefore, it is not mere emptiness. We have to understand that first. It is existence of something which is not yet manifested, that is unmanifested energy state. As a tree within a seed, it existed. The entire universe existed as a seed in that energy state. The Shunyavadins think that it is, if the naked eyes cannot see something, it does not exist. But this is negated by the example of the seed by the Upanishadic Rishis. Within the seed, we find nothing. But there exists the full potential for a tree to become manifested. Similarly, Shankara puts on the Mayurandarasanyaya. Just like in the egg of a peacock, there is only a colorless fluid. But when the peacock comes out of the egg, it is the variegated, beautifully colored structure. No? So that beautiful variegated colored structure was existent in the Mayura Andarasam. Mayura Andarasan. Inside the egg, the entire peacock lived. Just as a seed contains the tree, this small egg within that colorless fluid contains the entire peacock's structure. No? Just like that, in this energy field existed the entire universe. To adorn a Vandhyaputhra. Vandhyaputhra is a woman. Vandhya is a woman who doesn't have a child. So Vandhyaputhra means something which doesn't exist. So to adorn a Vandhyaputhra with a sky flower is something which will never happen. But here it is not like that. It is not like that. That example is not correct here, because the effect of the universe is covered with the cause or death. And that is the hunger of the desire. The desire is hunger. And death is that hunger or desire. The desire to create became the cause for creation. In the state of pralaya, the massless energy without pindagara, with no shape or form, as the heat of desire alone filled the field. But in it was embedded the creation, the entire system of universe, as if a tree within a seed. The manifestation of something is the acquisition of its knowledge, actually. How do we get the manifestation of the universe within us? Because we acquire the knowledge about it, no? So cognizance of it is the real manifestation of the universe. If you don't think about the universe, if you don't know how the universe originated, what is the nature of the universe, etc., universe doesn't exist within you, because you just see some people around, something around, but not about the entire universe. Unless you cognize about it, that doesn't exist for you. So a mind with an intellect is needed for cognizance. Now you can see the covering can be in two ways. One is the object is not seen due to some obstacle from our eye, maybe by a wall or a darkness. Only when it is removed we are able to see it. Second is the object may be too subtle so that the gross eyes cannot see them. Therefore, to say that if the eyes cannot see a thing, it is emptiness by the Shunyavadins. This cannot be always true. The sight depends on the ability of the seeker to see as well as the subtlety of the object seen and the obstacles in the path of light of our eyes. If you remove the wall, a light, a lantern to remove darkness, we can see the hitherto hidden things. If the eyes are given treatment for its disorders, if cataract is treated, we can see hitherto unseen things in their true nature. And if we have sharpened our equipments of sight, we can observe the subtle things as well. What you see through a microscope may not be seen through your naked eye. Does it mean that it doesn't exist? No. Similarly, what you watch with a telescope may not be seen with your naked eye. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but only thing that you cannot understand it, you are not able to cognize it. Shankara in his commentary says, the effect which is within the cause may become the cause for several other effects. Hence, if we try to destroy that effect or that karya, what will happen? Tatra yadi purvabhivyaktasya karyasya pindasya vyavahidasya va kapalasya vinasha eva yakna kriyeta tada vidalachurnam dhyabikaryaja ayeda. When we destroy that thing, that is the object with some mass, pinda, we get a churna only, fine dust. Pinda is made into vidala churna. Even that dust is an effect and it has a cause. No? Therefore, we have to again resort to another action to find out the components of the churna or the dust. To say that there is no such object is equivalent to saying that there never had been such an object and never will be that object. No one imagines such a thing which never had existed before, and no one can create such a thing which has not existed before. So the universe is not like that. The four types of abhava. What is the abhava? That's something which doesn't exist. No, it doesn't exist, abhava. One is pragabhava. It was not existing before. Later it was created. For example, an aeroplane, we can say. It's a pragabhava, but now it is present. Then pradhana abhava. That means it existed, but now does not exist. An example is a dinosaur. It existed once, but now they don't exist. Anyonya bhava. One negating the other. When there is heat, there is no cold. When there is cold, there is no heat. Like that. Then fourth one is atyanda bhava. That is the example of a horn of a hare, Agasha Pushpa, Vandhyaputhra, etc. That can never happen. Muyal Kombu. Akasha Pushpam, then Vandhyaputhra. These things they never accent, they are Atyanta Abhava. So these are the four abhavas. Now the relation between Prapancha and Brahma is Ayuthasidha. Ayuthasidha means which cannot be separated from each other. Both are same. Just like the two sides of a coin, you cannot separate it, the Brahma and Prapancha. That is the energy and the universe. The relation between the Pinda and Urja is also like that, Ayutthasiddha. The mass and energy, Pinda and Urja, cannot be separated. Therefore, before the Pinda and the Prapancha became manifested, they existed in their seed state, that is the form of Urja or energy of Brahma. So Brahma is that energy field from which this universe with a mass and Gamanashila originated. Just as a tree from the seed or a bird from the peacock bird from the egg, like that. The desire of death is to swallow everything because it is the greatest hunger. The great hunger enveloping all in its fold had covered the Prapancha in the beginning. That is, everything was enveloped in the powerful Urja state or energy state before creation. There was only energy ocean. Intellect also has the desire to engulf all knowledge. And it has a satiation for knowledge. By this dharma, the desire for knowledge also is compared to the hunger mrityu. This prapancha is the ever-increasing hunger for knowledge of Hiranyagarbha. It is Hiranyagarbha's intellect. Who is Hiranyagarbha? Hiranyagarbha was the first one who created Yoga Shastra and Samkhya in the Vedas, and later on discovered by humans like Kapila, etc. Therefore, it is said that Mrityu of intellect created the mind because of that hunger. Mind can do thinking and can also imagine and is the tool for observing and analyzing, manana. Analyzing the knowledge, manana of that jnana. Why was this created? For self-worship. To understand oneself by thinking about it and worshipping it. That is Atmarchana. The word is Atmarchana. To worship Atman. So from this process of thinking and analysis of the self by the mind, the apas which is rasatmika, is created. We find rasa or enjoyment from this process of manana. That is called the apas. Rasa is our power of enjoyment, our taste, and that is in the water and our tongue. The Arkka in Ashwamedha Yajna is the Agni. The reason is Archanat Sukhahedu Puja Karanat Sambandhaja Gneretat Gaunam Nama Arkka Idhi. The AR or that R of Archana and the Kam of Sukham and Uddakam. Kam is there in Sukham and Uddakam. And Ar is in Archana. So Arkka is the first and last letters of Archana and Sukham, Uddakam, etc. That makes the Arkka. So it is also Surya's pseudonym. And Arkam, you give Arkyam or Arkam to the Arkka of Surya. The enjoyment of the self-worship, that is the Atmarchana, and its bliss and enjoyment is the yoni or cause from which the sun was born. Who is that Arkan? So mantra says, Apas itself is Arkan. Prithvi or earth is the dense form of the same water. When he was heated and tired, his tejorasa or energy as rasa, water reigned. There is no difference between the fire, the sun, water and earth in its form of tejas or energy. See how beautifully explains. Whatever we see as the fire, the sun, the water, the earth, everything is tejas, energy only, nothing. Note that this is the most modern concept of our science as well. The cause for Arkka is apas, and the cause for water on earth is the heat of the sun, and the earth is only the condensed form of the water and energy, gas, liquid, solid states of same energy. Therefore, Agni is in the apas and in the sun too. Without these, life is not possible. Hence, biological energy on earth is simply sun and water, energy and water from the sun itself. Now, just like the form on the top of the churned curd becomes butter, the churned energy ocean had its form condensed to form the solidified earth. This is seen from the burning lava within the earth's womb. Even now we can see that being happening. When earth was created, the Prajapati as death or hunger was satisfied and tired. The sweat of the Prajapati from the biological energy in human beings is the rasa of his stages or energy. That is Agni. So biological energy, the metabolical energy, whatever energy is in the world, even matter, everything is energy only. That is Agni. The first Prajapati in the solar system is the sun, formed as the union of cause and effect. Within the anda or egg of Brahma, Brahmanda, the anda of Brahma, the egg of Brahma, he is the representative of the Virat or for the solar system and the living beings on earth. The water cycle is here thus mentioned. The iconic energy ocean in stars is within a field of energy called Samvit Sagara, where there is no forms or divisible matter. The yogin's chitta in samadhi also is like that, a Samvit Sagara. In that which is heated by samadhi, samadhi is tapas, by atma vichara, is awakened the intellect and thinking mind. The prapancha is a thought within the Prajapati. That it is not like a prapancha is not like a pot made by the water. It is more like a thought within the mind of the Prajapati. That thought appears first as a form, form, and then condense with a definite form into the universe, solar and stellar systems. From the heated sun, a solidified piece of earth is separated and falls down. This is the process by which all the planets, all the Prapancha was created. The Urja Rasa of the center of the heated body of gases within the sun flows as its light rays. When it is taken up by the earth, the life energy is created and the intellect is created. Both life and the power of intellect transformed, they are transformed forms of energy, because the from the earth is from the sun, and without that sun's energy we cannot start a food cycle from plants and we cannot live or think. Sun is called Adi Deva because of this, because he is the water, earth, and he is the Arkka also.